Japan's specified skilled worker program has evolved. Instead of relying on a temporary workforce, the 2026 update establishes direct pathways for long-term career trajectories. To succeed here, applicants face a specific two-part challenge. You must navigate strict new immigration intake caps while mastering highly technical industry exams like the HACCP food safety standards. We are going to map out the exact steps you need to take to secure a specified skilled worker number 2 visa. By mastering both legal compliance and the specific skills of your sector, you avoid operational stagnation and build a permanent career in Japan. The government recently expanded the eligible fields for the visa from 16 to 19. But before you apply for the newly added areas like logistics or resource circulation, you have to wait until the final ordinances are officially passed. Understanding the difference between the two visa tiers is critical. This side-by-side comparison chart shows the constraints of SSW number 1 against the benefits of number 2. Number 1 is capped at a 5-year stay and prohibits family accompaniment, while number 2 allows for indefinite renewals and lets you bring your spouse and children. Transitioning to number 2 status depends on meeting two main requirements. As the chart updates, you can see the required pathway. You must pass a grade 2 proficiency test and demonstrate at least 2 years of practical supervisory experience in your field. Moving to number 2 status provides the only sustainable vehicle for long-term retention and family stability in the Japanese workforce. Right now, many applicants are hitting an immediate roadblock. If you log into the Prometric testing portal for the Food Service Type 1 exam, you will see a reception closed notification on the screen. The food service sector reached its 50,000 person limit for the current fiscal period, which forced the government to trigger an emergency moratorium on new certifications. Do not attempt to bypass this cap by applying for an engineer or specialist in humanities visa to do manual kitchen work. This constitutes misrepresentation and will jeopardize all your future visa applications. Instead, you need to pivot. As the visual shifts over, we look at the food and beverage manufacturing sector. This industry has not yet reached its intake limit and examinations remain active. Tracking these macroeconomic intake caps allow you to redirect your career goals efficiently rather than waiting for a closed sector to reopen. If you do change jobs or sectors, a strict legal timeline begins the exact moment you leave your current employer. Looking at this timeline starting from day 0, your first major deadline is at 14 days. You must submit a regional immigration notification to report your departure from the organization. Simultaneously, you are required to return your corporate health insurance card directly to your previous employer. As the timeline extends, we hit the second deadline at 21 days. By this point, you must either apply for voluntary continued health insurance or transition to the national health insurance system. Finally, if you are under 60 years old, you must visit your local municipality to enroll in the National Pension Plan. Missing any of these administrative deadlines results in a compliance violation. That violation stays on your record and will jeopardize your future visa renewals. To capitalize on the open manufacturing sector, you have to pass the skill test, which relies on the 7 principles of HACCP. Before you even reach Principle 1, you must establish prerequisite programs. These provide the basic environmental and operating conditions like current good manufacturing practices that make a food safety system possible. Now, Principle 1, Hazard Analysis begins. This matrix categorizes agents you must identify: biological, chemical, and physical. In Stage 2, the matrix transforms into a risk assessment grid, plotting each hazard severity against its likelihood of occurring. Filtering out minor issues ensures your food safety protocol addresses the correct risks and meets strict industry standards. After identifying the risks, you must establish critical control points or CCPs. A CCP is the absolute final step in your process where a hazard can be prevented, eliminated, or reduced to an acceptable level. Every CCP requires a critical limit. This graph shows a 74 degrees Celsius thermal processing threshold distinguishing safe from unsafe conditions. A drop below 74 degrees is classified as a deviation. This triggers an alert and a corrective action flow chart, ensuring non-compliant products never reach consumers. By executing these precise control points on the exam, you prove you operate at the skilled proficiency level required to achieve long-term residency. The Japanese labor market rewards those individuals who treat their immigration status as a methodical long-term career strategy. By navigating sector capacity caps, adhering to legal deadlines, and mastering industry safety frameworks, you satisfy the requirements for a long-term career as human capital in Japan. You have your documents ready, know your target industry, and sit down to book your exam. Then you hit a wall, reception closed. That screen is the only thing standing between you and the specified skilled worker visa, your entry point into the Japanese workforce. The closed notification is a gatekeeper, enforcing 2026 immigration quotas and a specific set of technical variables. Before you even try to book a date, your physical location settings, your active email, and your specific target industry must be perfectly aligned. Diagnosing these technical barriers is step 1. If you cannot clear the digital wall, you cannot get to Japan. Let's fix your setup. The first major point of failure is an identity mismatch. If your Prometric ID does not exactly match your identification, your account fails. The Prometric system ignores standard formatting, only reading the machine-readable zone. The two alphanumeric lines at the bottom of your passport include a spelling variation that isn't in those lines, and the web form triggers an immediate rejection. Next is regional locking. Your Prometric account location must perfectly match your physical IP address. If you are in the Philippines but your account is set to Japan, then the UI simply won't load. You also must navigate the maintenance blackout. Every Thursday evening, Prometric takes the system offline. Any booking attempt during this window will automatically fail. Matching your profile data to the server's specific requirements is the only way to confirm eligibility. This timeline calendar illustrates the 59-day rolling window. Future test dates look close to early applicants because Prometric only unlocks seats exactly 59 days in advance. These new seats are released dynamically, synchronizing strictly to Japan Standard Time. The moment you select a date and begin scheduling, a strict 20-minute timeout sprint activates. To survive this window, pre-stage your credit card and your passport physically next to your keyboard before you log in. Securing a seat requires executing a prepared, timed sprint the exact moment the 59-day window opens. Sometimes the system blocks you because of national quotas. In May 2026, the food service exam was suspended after hitting its 50,000 worker cap. Instead of waiting out the suspension, execute a sector pivot. Target the food and beverage manufacturing exam, which is closely related and currently accepting bookings. Another active option is the accommodation and hospitality sector, where hotels across Japan are actively recruiting. Securing a Type 1 visa in an active sector sets you up for the 2027 ESDP transition. This creates a direct pathway to a Type 2 visa, allowing long-term family accompaniment. Pivoting to an active industry immediately is a superior strategy to stalling your career behind a closed quota. Once your test is booked, you need a systematic study plan to pass the exam without prior industry experience. Phase 1 covers days 1 and 2. Focus on memorizing industry-specific vocabulary and Japanese workplace ethics. Phase 2 spans days 3 and 4 to master core knowledge like the 7 principles of HACCP. Phase 3 covers days 5 through 7. Run simulated mock exams using the Prometric CBT trial to adapt to the interface. Passing the SSW is a test of your preparation methodology, not innate skill. Immediately after passing, print your results and gather your official employment documents. If you are already inside Japan, take those documents to a Hello Work office. They will facilitate a direct employer match. If you are applying from overseas, coordinate with your registered support organization using the official links in the video description. Follow these steps and you arrive in Japan fully certified with a secured career path in a high-demand industry. Navigating these Prometric constraints is a technical hurdle, but it is the necessary final step to starting your career in Japan.